All right, we are here with Garrett Paulson here at Next Level Games. He just won our OTS tournament. What'd you play today, Garrett?
I played Unchained Infernoid. Kind of a homebrew, kind of my own brainchild here, but it's been doing pretty well. Do a quick deck profile, just get some of the basics out of the way, and I'll kind of explain it as I go. So, start with the just boring. Get ready to see a lot of this in the future here. 3 Droll, 3 Ash, 3 Infib. The deck's really good at going second, so you don't need to play 16 hand traps, honestly. Some more 3-ofs. Prison, it's the Rhoda for Unchained. Chamber, usually ending on this. Going first in game 1. Escape, 3 escape for game 2 and 3 for targeted. 3 Aruha, 3 Array KO. So probably one of the weird things that not a lot of people do is they don't play more than 1 Rakea. In this deck, Rakea is a starter, so you max it out. You don't care about the Fiend Lock. And then here's where it gets a little weird. So we're playing 3 Wanted. To just quickly explain what this does, use Wanted, search Diabellstar. Diabellstar searches Original, and then off of Original we grab Decatron. Yeah, not Snake Eye Ash, yeah. Decatron on summon sends an Infernoid from deck to grave and becomes that effect. So you send either Harmadic or Patrulia. Harmadic is a monster pop, and Patrulia is a spell trap pop. It doesn't actually specify your opponents, so you can actually just E-Tally out Decatron with Original, pop your Unchained spell trap, and that's full combo. Because of that, we do play 2 Decatron. Also helps your grind game a little bit. Or if you just draw it, you know. And then 1 Deviati is the last target. Usually you float into this on your opponent's turn, so as they start to break your board, you can reborn Decatron off of Yama, send Deviati, and now you got a monster negate on their turn. And if they clear your board, you just resummon him into the start of your turn, heavy storm the field, and then start your turn off with another monster negate. So your board, even if it gets broken, you just start like it nothing happened. Some other 1-ofs. Just 1-ofs for the Unchained engine. Shavar, rest in peace, my boy. Bring it back to 3. Shayama, Sarama, A-Bomb, nothing interesting there. More 1-ofs. Rivalry. What do? You play Floodgates. Called By is a 1-of. The deck is weak to Ash, so do Instant Fusion. This is another of my calls. Instant Fusion out for Evil. Evil doesn't really do anything on summon in this deck, but it is just a Fiend extender. But when he gets sent to the graveyard, when you link him off for Yama, you can not only chain block, but then you can search out Void Apocalypse, which is just Foolish Burial that stays around. Which is important because then you can just send it off a Diabellstar or pop it off a Sarama if you don't have another body to pop. It just comes up a lot, the fact that it just stays on the field and lets you do it every turn. So as far as the rest of the extra deck, it's a little cramped in this build. We have Evil, we have Typhon, favorite card in the game. Divisor, you can just slap it on top of Caesar. I'm not playing the contracts in the main deck, they're on the side. And this is just good against certain matchups. Obviously Caesar. Flood. This guy's really easy to make in this deck. You just link climb with Yama using Princess. You go Princess or Yama into Princess, and then Princess Reborn Decatron, send another name, and then you can climb into Flood that way. A-Bomb. Anguish. 3 Yamas. You go through this guy really quick because you're usually triggering him on your opponent's turn too, to trigger this guy. So what this guy says is that if a card is banished from your graveyard, i.e. this guy, you can non-target banish a card in the field. So it gives you another layer of interruption that Unchained doesn't have, which is a non-target banish. Phoenix, if you ever get Fire Locked and Fiend Locked. 2 copies of Rage, and then obviously SP Little Knight. Token. As far as the side deck goes, it doesn't really matter. I honestly change it most locals to locals, but this usually stays. Dark Contract with the Gate. It's a time card. This deck is a little combo heavy, and it takes a lot to do your plays, especially when you're going second to break your opponent's board. Plus, hands get a little weird sometimes when you're playing Wanted and Unchained stuff. So, unfortunately, you go into time a decent amount, so it's nice having a searchable time card off of your normal plays. It just makes Caesar, search Contract, Requiem. Shout out to this card. Helped me beat Pack at the YCS, actually. We played 3 Mistaken Arrest. This could be really any Floodgate, but, you know, Troll's good, so i.e. this is also going to be good. 3 Dark Ruler. This is for Ubel, and honestly the Mirror, and I somehow went against exclusively Unchained Ubel decks today, so, you know, came up. Phantasme. This is a Vibes card. Not that good, but it is good vibes. And then 3 Bish Shields, also vibes cards. Once again, these are not good. Do not play these cards, but they are good vibes. And that's the day.
Any shout outs or anything?
Shout out to... Yeah, here's the thing. I wish I could shout out more people, but like I said, this is mostly my own brainchild. We talked a little bit about it in the Master Duel Unchained Discord, so shout out to those. Those guys are my homies for helping, you know, bounce some stuff off of them. I make less bad decisions than I would normally because of them, so appreciate them.
All right. Well, thank you for the deck profile.
Thank you.